folks if they're getting towards their date. You want to eat some sketchy chicken?
Alright, chicken. First thing we're gonna do is remove the wishbone. If you get into it and it's already broken, let me know. And if you break it, it's not a huge deal as long as you get it all out. So we're gonna go on both sides. Wishbone. So this one, there's like top left is broken. And again, just say, hey, this is broken, it's fine. Wishbone goes in none. Okay, so there's a couple different ways to do this. I'm going to show you the way I like. We want to pull the meat closer to the breast instead of the meat away from the breast. You're going to kind of see that little line right there just to release it. Same on this side. We're going to push it over here. So I like to leave all this extra skin because I can trim it later. Anybody remember what this bottom piece is called? Okay, we're gonna flip him over. Gonna pop his joints out, and we're gonna draw a straight line right across here. So his oysters, you're gonna hit just the very top end of them. Then stick your fingers down in there so you can release them. So you should be able to feel that hip socket in there. Once you can release that, then you can go back in with your knife. Again, two ways to do this. One is to go on the outside. So it's gonna kind of S-turn like that. The other way, suck it this way, is to go from the inside. So some people like this because you can see the oyster there and then you can follow it down. It's a little more visual this way.
Do you want our oysters attached?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, I suck doing it backwards like this. But some people like it.
So Chef, if someone's wrecking like leg and thigh meat or their horses, they're going to be getting somebody else's leg and thigh if they have like more than one.
You'll get yours first.
Right.
But you're going to get what you get. What's your concerns? Like, did you wreck it?
No, I'm just curious, like if someone
Don't
like.
worry about it. Did anybody wreck thigh meat?
Yes.
Yeah. So you want your own?
Yeah.
Sure. I think I wrecked IQF.
I want Jack's actually.
Okay.
You're gonna probably get what we get off of here,
Great.
but you'll get the weight.
Sure.
The wings, we're going through the bicep here. Around. Try not to spin your bird all around everywhere. He's done flying. Put that down. If you don't get all the cartilage off, I'll do a leg wrong so you can see it in a minute. If these are in one or two, I don't really care as long as they're clean and have no cartilage. Yeah, so with the breast meat though, a lot of people wreck that. You're getting these from everybody else, so we're not wasting product. See if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it so it comes off bad. Okay. There.
That's how we're doing
So let's say that happens. Okay? It's fine. I'll show you how to fix it. You can take the very end of this white and just cut a piece off and push down with your thumb and it'll peel off.
Are either one of the butcheries aren't timed, right?
Nah. See? And then you can get it clean. So they are fixable, and the end product you won't know. Take the breast off, we're going to go down the center. Whichever side of the keel bone that your knife goes down initially, that's the side I usually start with. And I'm just going to cut that straight down the middle, and then work from the bottom and kind of fillet your way up. We like to hold on to this bone right here, just so you don't accidentally chop it off. And you open it up to right where you're cutting. But if you're holding on to that, he's going to stay on. If you're holding it here, a lot of times you cut through this bone right here, and then that's going to be off on the other side. So the reason I left this all extra is because then I can smooth it down and then trim anything else off that I don't want. But it's better to have a little bit more than not enough. Oyster intact here, don't let it fall off. I will flip it over if it falls off.
Got any meat glue?
So on the second side, you have this little piece right here, I call it a chicken nugget. Make sure you release that from the top of the keel bone, because if you get straight down, then you have this big chunk of chicken right there.
Is it bad though?
It's bad to leave it on because then you're paying for it and throwing it away.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying, you want to make sure you're cutting that off. Then we're going to take this, get the skin off this side. And we checking the carcass. This side will have just a little bit there. Most of it's going to be in your keel bone area. This, break it into 2 or 3 pieces, whatever. I don't want to use a knife. Okay, so for your legs and thighs, this is what I was talking about, breaking it. And again, there's 2 ways. One, you can get straight down the middle from this side, but you see how it's flat there. So this is going to stand up really nice. I'm going to do this one way and that one the other way. Then you just want to take these, roll them up. So that's So I'm going to show you how to French it full and French it off of it. So we're going to take this around. So this one, I'm going to show you chopping off the end of it, kind of like we did that last one, and the other one will pop off. Again, I don't care which way you do it. So if I'm taking the end off, I'm going to go straight down through it like that, and you'll be able to see just that little kidney shaped piece is our bone. And you just take your thumbs and push the rest down. peels off. And then we'll take my dirty fish scissors and trim those tendons just so you can't see them. So this, we want to be able to stand straight up like that. And this one, pop it off. This one we're going to trim and pry off. And this is a super flexible boating knife, so it's not the best for this method. I might fling some chicken to shell. Yeah, watch how much this flex. So we're looking for the divot here. We're going to put the tip of our knife down there and pry it off. See, it's kind of hard with this knife, how flexible it is.
Scary with that knife. I like watching this.
Like a little.
Oh, beautiful.
Whoa, that's cool.
So it comes off that way. Now, again, this one, the last one I cut on this side. That's when I always do it, but if you want to flip it over, then people know, okay, there's that little white line, I can cut through there. Trim the tendons. This guy, roll up. That little piece of cartilage I was talking about is going to be right here. So you see how that's a little loose right there? And that can come off in your food when it cooks. So you're just going to take that little cartilage and trim it out. This one here is okay because it's fully intact and it's going to stay on during the cooking process. So those are the ones we don't want, the little end pieces. That is fine. There's something hanging off, cut it. Cover your thighs up, roll them up, put it here.
Gorgeous.
We don't have to take extra fat or extra skin out of the.
You really shouldn't have any. If you have a little bit on those, you can look, but this really doesn't have any extra. If it's super floppy, I just did it earlier and put it there.
Perfect.
But yeah, you definitely want to trim them up a little bit. You really don't need to trim the breast unless it's coming down really far. Loose cartilage, just make sure that stuff's out.
Perfect.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna